Hey, it's beginning of week 3 here in our game. You can see the score is 4-3-2-0. The Amazon being left behind a little bit, and she was having trouble with a wither curse. And so this is week 3, so we're on day 15. And I think everybody is getting primed to score here. So if we look at the swordsman had to run away from the giant. Um, Last turn trying to loot the lair, you'll see he has a lot of stuff. So his goal, get out of dodge, drop the cloven hoof, charge back in, and I think he'll use the alchemist mixture to try to finish him from hiding. And then loot the lair. The magician who's right up next to him, I'm gonna try to rehire at least one of these two rogues and go with that. Since I've put it off to the very end. And I have no money, so I'm hoping to get like a ×2 on one or two of those guys. I think the Druid's going to sell and maybe buy. So I did, at the end of yesterday, drop one of the Druid's quests, which was simply an event which would give him like a weapon or something. So useless for him. But he did get merchant, so he's going to hopefully buy something here, sell it at the inn for double, and score a point. Finally, the Amazon is trying to complete her Secret of the High Pass and Navigator by finding a secret passage here and here. Hopefully, these snakes won't get in the way. So we have a day 15 written for all the characters. Let's get a monster roll. It is a 2, so serpents and demons. Not great for the Amazon, actually. I think our guy will go first, our swordsman. So he moves out after running. He's going to hide 3 times. Now keep in mind, so first up, he's going to drop the cloven hoof here in the clearing. So he's going to drop that bad boy in the clearing. He still gets a +1 to roll hide, so he needs a 4. He does. He marches back in. No serpents and demons appear there. Now that he's gone, it is the magician's turn, followed by the druid and the Amazon. The magician is going to rest once. That brings his transform back into play. He is going to hide because he was worried about getting caught out by bad guys. He doesn't hide, so he could still, nothing's going to appear. He's going to try to hire twice. So he has to rehire. He's going to rehire. It doesn't really matter. 6 and 7, I believe, are entirely identical. He's going to try to rehire 6. So friendly. On the hire table, let's get a 3. Price times 2. Bam, he's going to hire 6. So he's going to also then try to rehire 7. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No deal. Okay, so he rehired 6. So what we can do is we can erase 6 done here, and we add 2 weeks to him. So he's going to finish out the game for us. So we will have our 6 rehired. That's going to cost us another $2. We're not super in danger of winning money. 7, however, is going to leave us tomorrow. So I think no one appears. We are good to go. We do get an extra alert, which will be our transform. Magician is done. The druid. So the first thing the druid is going to do with his friendly buds here, I think he is going to sell all of these. He's going to keep the phantom glass. That's 10, 20, $32. That's all going to go to the Lancers. Oops. Oh, hey. Hey. $32 to the Lancers. They're up here, of course. So he gets $32. Doesn't have to roll because they're friendly with him. So we're going to add 32. So 10 up here. and 32 here. And I was thinking of hiring the Lancers, but I'm not sure what I would do with them as the Druid at the moment. I don't like them fighting the bats. I don't like them fighting the octopus, really. They could probably kill the octopus in round 1, probably. Plus, we have Guide Spider Octopus. By the way, I'll remember to swap out their spells here. So we sell. Now we're going to buy. Oops. So now we're going to buy from the Lancers. Come on, give them all. Here we go. Don't need the spears. Let's put the spears there. Let's flip all of these cards. No? Oops, that's R. That's not helping. Flip all the cards. So what we're going to look for is, so we got the elusive cloak, the battle bracelet, which we knew. Amulet's always good, though we're immune to curses. Scroll of Nature is 2 and 3s. Withered Claw, Shoes of Stealth, we sort of gave them. We do not have Ancient Scrolls. So a little bit of a bummer, simply because he would actually love to use that. So he doesn't really want to sell that to somebody else. He would like to keep that guy. On the other hand, he would like to buy a thing for $1 bazillion. So he's going to do the elusive cloak. So he's rolling on the elusive cloak. So the amulet and the battle bracelets technically are going to... All right, the amulet is going to be here. Scroll of Nature there. We're going to flip that whole thing, which unfortunately sort of changed the order. A little bit clunky. Good enough. So we're going to roll on the elusive cloak. Frankly, even though we just sold it, I don't know if you can actually do that. I don't know if you can buy something that you sold on the same day. So let's see what that price is going to be. So he has what? He has one more trade. 5. Price times 4. So he can buy it for 40, in which case he will sell it for 80, which is a little bit ridiculous. So he's going to do it. He's going to buy it. He bought it for 40. And he is done, I think. Oh, no, he has 2 moves. So we anticipated succeeding at that buy and then moving to there. So that's a good move. If he can sell that, so he has to go to the rogues, and he has to roll, something other than trouble. But once he does that, he will sell that for twice. That's absolutely, that's the nature of the card, right? So he has the merchant. It's the elusive cloak at 40, which is super silly. And so he does have that ready to go. So he's really going for gold there. That's actually really cool on his part. The Amazon's going to hide. She succeeds. She's going to search, and this is super important to her. She's trying to find... No, she totally fails. And then Serpents and Demons, that guy jumps her. Those snakes once again jump her, because they have literally chased her back and forth in these stupid caverns forever. So she is... it's a little crappy. We're going to do the Swordsman's fight here. So the Swordsman's going to try to score some notoriety. He has the Alchemist Mixture, which he is going to utilize. And so this giant he's hidden, so the giant's not on his sheet. He is going to throw, so he can play pretty much anything there. But that's definitely gonna undercut him, so it will hit. The real trick is that the giant is tremendous. The alchemist mixture does tremendous plus damage. So we're looking to roll a 4 or less, and the swordsman gets no magical ability in terms of his missile, so it's just a straight up roll. And if he gets a 4, he's good. Yeah, and if he gets anything else higher than that, 4, 3, 2, or 1, of course. So let's roll 4, 4, 4, 3. No change. That is tremendous plus damage. That kills the giant instantly. So the giant is dead. So let's mark that. Come down here. He scores 8 prowess. The alchemist mixture goes to our buddy, the shaman. No, the warlock. And there you go. So that was a good, quick, you instead of, bemoaning the fact that we got a crappy potion, we turned that into some points there for us. I think that's and the Amazon who is hidden has to then make a decision as to what the hell she's doing. She's gonna run, so she's here, and so that's gonna burn another day. I'm really not sure that I'm doing well by her. She's got to move to 3, and that's an extra move, so that's good. She's gonna hide and search. If she gets one of these rolls, she scores 2 points and can freaking move on with her life. But I don't know. I feel I'm doing her bad actually, but so let's see what we got here. So the swordsman, he scored a point. He got rid of the really, really annoying cloven hoof. He's in the lair, so he's going to use an extra hide phase. Is there anything left in the lair, or have we burned the lair already? Lair has 4 treasures left. I think we are going to search, 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 search. We're going to try to steal at least 1 or 2 of those treasures again. And then and actually, okay, so here you go. All right. Hold on. So let's do this. Let's do extra move and then a move to get to the shaman. When you pick, so all you gotta do is end a phase in his space, and then you're his guy. So that's gonna steal him. At that point, we can move back to the lair, and then we can do an extra hide phase, and then a search. And there you go. And he has his move plotted. The druid's goal is to complete merchant, so he's going to move to the inn. So he's going to hide once. He's going to move to the inn. Oh, wrong dude, by the way. The druid's going to hide once. He's going to move to the inn. He's going to execute 2 trade phases. And that's it. The Amazon has her day 16 already covered. The magician looking, can he do anything to score any 4. He wants a damn treasure, is what he wants. I would almost consider that cloven hoof. It's a little bit of a long haul back to the rogues. One, two, three, four. 1, 2. We're gonna go 3 to the deep woods and hide. So we're gonna move. We're gonna move. Deep woods 5, and then we're gonna hide. And then of course we have an extra alert phase. Always our transform unless we say otherwise. And that is it. We have a good day 16 for everybody. Let's roll. It's a 1. So dragons show up on the board here. I think for the first time. Swordsman goes first. 1, 2, grabs the shaman. 3, 4. He does have an extra hide in play. Yeah, so he has a hide in play. So he's going to roll his hide. It's going to succeed. Good to know. So he is hidden. He does one more search, which is a loot of the lair. He blows it. And then the dragon shows up at the lair. Yeah. It's too bad. We could have killed him with the mixture, too, but we needed to kill that guy. So be it. We are done with that. Druid goes next, magician, and so on. So the druid hides and walks into the inn. So carefully, he does. He's going to execute a trade phase, in which case he's going to sell the elusive cloak, which he bought for 40. I always make you roll anyway. If it's trouble, then and you do have to deal with the trouble, even for a sell, and he gets blocked. So he's nothing happens. He is done for that day. It's a little crappy. The magician goes 1, 2, 3. The magician's gonna hide. He does. That draws this dragon away from the lair. And the magician is done. And before the day ends, he's got to decide whether he wants to try to take that guy on. And it's the Amazon's turn. She moves there with an extra move. She is going to hide. She does. She does do a search. It totally blows it. So not good. And the horde pops. And the horde is going to pull the tremendous flyer out. So the high pass becomes a little bit more dangerous indeed. Okay, and we're done except for the magician, I think, has to make a call, and I think he's going to fight, is my guess. So what we are going to do, we're going to deploy, and we're going to deploy such that he's the target. It doesn't really matter yet. But we are going to cast, of course, Transform. It's going to tie that up in magic, and that's going to go off before any of this is resolved. So let's do the Transform table. Actually, he would love that cloven hoof, if I'm to be honest. That's actually not a bad thought, right? He gets a 4, which is a sparrow. Still good. Hard to hit that sparrow, but it's a sparrow. It can't attack. So there we go. And now we start rolling this round's attack placement. Sparrow first. We get a 5. Means everything shifts down. Sparrow is there. But now everybody's got to roll. So we're going to do the simple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to divide the board into thirds here for our guys. He goes there. Does he flip? No. Where does this guy go? Middle. Does he flip? Doesn't really matter at this point. It does not, and doesn't really matter where the bash car goes. He stays there. And then I'm not sure how his horse works, if I'm to be totally honest, when you're flipping him like that. Does everything flip when you flip him? Does it go like that? In any case, the sparrow is killed by Rogue 6. So sparrow dies. These characters all return to being hired. Tremendous Dragon goes to the death pile, and our magician scores 10 more prowess, and his day is done. And I don't know that anybody else has anything going on the rest of the day. We do have to check. Does anybody appear? Oh, the company appears at the end too. So the Druid's at the end. The company's at the end. We actually don't care about the company, much like we don't care about the rogues. So, I think that is day 16. So let's take... and then the Druid... I still don't know that he wants to play Damsel in Distress, frankly. Everybody's all up there. In fact, at the end of the day, he's going to turn that one in, frankly, and just burn it. And he gets Troll Slayer, which is not a good look for him, by the way. Damsel in Distress generally is a good look for him because the Druid can sneak in, grab the damsel, run out, be done. Troll Slayer, gotta kill a troll. And that's not typically a thing. So let's wait. When the day the Druid sells or the Amazon hits her thing, we will take a check. Oh, and Rogue 7, by the way, is done, and I believe he is literally left in this clearing, which I always find weird. But there he is. So let's take a look at what we're doing here. Oh, and I did screw up. Having said that, he would have had to have moved twice, and so that search would have not been possible. He didn't pull anything out anyway. Just gonna retcon that real quick, but there you go. So all he has to do is drop the shaman at a dwelling, and he's going to score. I hate to say it, but let's take a quick look at his day 17. We're gonna extra hide, search, and then move to the... What is that? It's the house with the soldiers. Move to the house. I don't know if we care about the soldiers one way or the other. We don't mind the soldiers. We don't like the patrol. They sort of suck. Swordsman. So we're going to do that. That'll score us a point there with the Lost Shaman. And we will become friendly with the Shaman, actually. So that's cool. Second character, the Druid. He's going to hide, and then he's going to, I hate to say trade 3 times at this rate, but that's what he's going to do with the cloak, with the elusive cloak there. She's got two things going on. I think she's feeling it a little bit, right? I think she's gonna search twice and then extra move out. Let's try that. Let's try that. So that's an extra move, and she's gonna go into the deep woods. So that way she won't have to worry if we draw there. The magician, still, I think the magician is going to. So the magician will. Let's see what we got here. We'll rest once. So this is fatigue, by the way. We will hide once. We will move into the mountain. And we now only have 2 hirelings, so that sucks a little bit, but we are done. Get a roll out there. It is 3, so wolves, goblins, octopus, and so on. It is day 17, I believe. Day 17. The swordsman is fine to go first. So he's going to hide. Oh, hide first. He does. Search twice. These are both loots on the lair. He gets a 4, so he pulls the 4th treasure off of the lair. Toadstool ring, so an extra enchant phase. A little pointless, but so be it. And 6, nothing. He's then going to take 2 moves down here. And he drops the shaman off. The shaman is now there permanently, or semi-permanently. And he pops the lost shaman. So that's going to score him another victory point. And the shaman is friendly. So we're going to keep that in mind. Oh, and he has a spirit follower. But the giant, a little sucky as a. So that's a good question. We could have gotten the giant too. So shaman is friendly. Let's take a quick look at the giant. So when he killed the giant with the alchemist mixture, he could grab him. Move and fight times are 1 more than. So we're going to take him as a follower. So we did get the spirit is now a giant follower. So we have a buddy now, so we're going to stick with that. And that is it for the swordsman. Now we have the magician. So the magician's going to rest. We'll bring back that guy. He is going to hide. Oops. We do. The rogue stays there. We move into there and then pop these. It is Ruins, Mountain there, and Flutter 1. I don't think that's going to bring anything. This Ruins is for caves and woods. Nope, we're done. Magician's done. Druid's got to work the trade, or the Druid. Druid has to work the trade. So Druid's going to hide once and trade 3 times. Actually, 1 die for hide. He does, so he's hidden. Druid's going to work the neutral trade 3 times. All he needs to do is avoid rolling a 6. That's pretty much it, and he does. He's now going to sell this to the rogues for his guaranteed windfall. Elusive Cloak, which he bought for 40. He sells for 80 now. He scores merchant. Bam. So he gets 1 VP, plus, of course, the guaranteed profit is part of the reward, effectively. He now has 2 extra trade phases. I do think he'll at least look at what these guys have. It's crap, and so we're done there. But having said that, you cannot go wrong. I mean, you can go wrong. A horse might not suck. Extra move phase. That's largely what we're buying. We're buying an extra move phase. He can carry medium stuff for us. He's still an L4, which doesn't absolutely suck. So we will at least, although the Lancers, don't they have ponies? Do the Lancers have ponies? Hey, Lancers, you got ponies? No, it's the Bash cars which have ponies. That sort of stinks. We have spears. Do you? Okay. All right, buds. The other thing to note is also true is that he does have this $30 helmet too, this magical helmet, which is sort of cool. Do we want to buy a horse? We could buy something to carry stuff. I mean, that's a tremendous damn horse. Could literally carry anything in the game with a tremendous horse. Not great for running away, but I mean, does the Druid, as often as not, does the Druid have to work like that, or can he just, hide from, keep stuff out of? Now the problem here is buying it. So we're gonna roll on a damn workhorse. Maybe the Druid wants a buddy, and let's roll on the horse. It's neutral. He's got 2 trade phases left. It's trouble. Come on. 2. So I don't think any trouble really. No deal. 1 last phase is trouble. Oh god. 3. No deal. Womp womp. No deal. And so be it. Goes on the bottom. And there we go. Okay, that's the Druid for you. Magician moved up, Druid moved. I don't think anything else appears at the end. Oh, no, that's not true. The Patrol appears at the end. Everybody's at the end today. The Amazon is going to search twice. It's a fail. Come on. We need a 3. A 3. Nope. Nope. And then she moves out here, effectively. And that doesn't pull anything. In fact, no one pulled anything. So let's take a quick look at the score. He pulls for, at the end of the day, he pulls the cook. Let's look at the score. So, hold on. The Swordsman scored another card, so that gives him 2 points for cards and 4 points overall. And that's it. I think that's where he's at. So that's the Swordsman. at 4 points. The Druid got his merchant, right? So he got his merchant, so he scores another point. And then here's the thing. He also has 82 bucks on his plate, so that's worth 2 points. He is winning gold right now. So that will kick him to 5 points. The Amazon is still blank. She cannot, for the life of her, score a damn point. I'm going to put 10 bucks on her sheet there, since she does have 10 bucks. And I think we need to make sure that we know that he has 10 bucks also. But nonetheless, the Amazon is scoring no points. She is getting her butt kicked this time, actually. And so she's been blanked. And the Magician, though the Magician has gotten more prowess, he has 25, and he is in the lead. And with this crew, that's not a bad lead. But he's not going to score anymore. He doesn't score anymore for having that. And so there you go. And that's it. 5 to 4 to 4 to 0 as we now head into the next day, which is day 18. What does the Swordsman need to do? So, unfortunately, excuse me, unfortunately, that ancient scrolls, we have not found anything. And what's the chance? So we're actually going to drop 2 quests. We're going to redraw at the end of the day. Archaeological dig, random in the ruins, and Dragon Slayer. Well, I mean, could be done. So, Arc dig in the ruins, and then Dragon Slayer, which is go kill a dragon. Certainly not. Oop, that's Dragon Slayer. It's not impossible with a giant buddy, and the archaeological dig is really a good one. So I definitely think we're going to go for that. Having said that, the layer guy is dead. Horde dude is rough. We could really use something like this guy, this heavy dragon, because he can't kill the tremendous giant. So sooner or later, very similar, these flying dragons would be perfect. Because that giant will at some point smack them down. So the question is, where could we find such a thing? Smoke, sea, slither, or roar? So Borderland. Smoke C. No, that's Smoke M. Smoke C is here. There's nothing else in there, unfortunately. But we could do it. We could see if a dragon popped. And actually, to be honest, going that way gets us to the archaeological dig. So the first thing he's going to do is he is going to quickly investigate the dig. And that's in 5. We're going to put the dig in 5. So red 5 equals archaeological dig for the Swordsman. So that is done. So good. There you go. Archaeological dig. That will get us something. What does that say? That says search it as though we're a treasure site. You actually get a VP 5 gold and a small treasure if you find it. So I think he's going to use his. So he has extra hide, so he's going to burn that first. He's going to extra move. So that's 1 move. so hide, move. Those are extras. So he can go 1, 2 into Cavern 3. Then he's going to use 2 moves into Cavern 3. Done. And that's good. I like it. And we're done there. The Druid, he's going to investigate the cook. He really doesn't care about the cook at the moment. The cook appears at the chapel. We'll put the swirl token at the chapel, and the swirl equal cook. The cook is what, 6 gold? I don't know. I have to look. The cook is 8 gold extra rest phase. So there you go. And he's investigated that. So he is done. The Amazon is never getting that stupid high pass. Never doing it. 1, 2. She can locate 1, 2, 3, 4. So she can locate potentially the statue. That would give her. And really, what she's always worried about is those stupid serpents popping. And she could do a move in, search, and extra move out. She could always do that and avoid the serpents. But that is a pretty bad set of rolls. I think she's going to try to push Navigator. So she's found Ruins 1-5. She's found Ledges 4-6. Heck, she's found the damn Horde in the pool. She's got stuff found. She just can't quite pull it together. So what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna move to 6. So we're gonna move to Deepwood 6. We're gonna search 3 times. And we will hide. And actually, we might as well just do that first at that point. And so that's cool. So that gives us 3 searches. Let's see if we can't get this done here for her. I feel a little bit bad. That's day 18. Tia's day 17. We need day 18s for the Magician also. The Magician. Nothing up there. There's nothing up there at all. Armor is not going to cut it. So we're going to move down into the lair. We're going to hide once. We're going to move into the lair. We're going to rest. And there you go. Actually, I would love to pick up the Cloven Hoof, but I don't think he's going to be able to roll to pick up the Cloven Hoof. And the reason being, +1 to all die rolls really helps his transform game, strangely enough. It hurts everything else, of course, but transform game is on point. Do I? So I think the Druid's going to hide and hide and rest and rest. So one more day here, I think. And he wants to turn in his quests again to. So he would. Did the cook at the beginning of the day. End of the day, he will draw, but he'll get rid of Troll Slayer also, so he can draw then. I think he's going to hide twice, rest twice, and he is done. So I think that's a day 18 for everybody. It is. Let's go back to the board here, and let's roll. This bad boy for 18 is a 4, so we get giants and trolls, and I think the swordsman will go. He hides and he goes to Cavern 3. So let's do that for him. He's unhidden at the beginning of the day, of course. And he goes, but he does rehide and goes 1, 2, 3. And then nothing appears because it's giants and trolls. That's gray square. So in the meantime, the Druid goes. The Druid hides twice. So he'll roll that, and he does. And then the Druid's going to rest. And he pulls that back. And the inn is crowding a little bit, but no one else shows up. And he is done. And so end of the day we'll switch out all his stuff. The Amazon moves to DW6, hiding. So let's see if she does hide, actually. Let's actually roll that. That's important. She does, so she is hidden. She then tries to peer 3 times. She fails once. Fails twice, because she's just, that's been her lot. She fails again. We're going to get some bones. I think that's going to pop something. Yep, it's going to pop a giant. Right on top of her. And finally, oh, that's the Amazon. Magician actually also goes. So Magician would be first. Move him off. So the Magician is going to hide and then move into the lair. So we'll roll his hide. He does. He moves to the lair. And then he rests. Pulling that shit back. Now that draws the giant to him. The Amazon then draws the giant to her because she goes last. So that's what that's going to look like now. Don't necessarily think anyone wants to do anything too different. In theory, 1, 2. Maybe she just moves 1, 2, 3 instead. She's really trying to get this goddamn navigator done. Which would be super spiffy. Do here and she'd get them both done. But I just don't see that happen. She's been getting chased. She got chased by those serpents forever. And then she's going to head down to pop that statue. So what does the lair have in it? It still has 3 cards. So it's not the greatest treasure site left. Magician does have to make a call in terms of the gift exchange. But nonetheless, let's do the simple move. So the simple move for the swordsman who's trying to do an archaeological dig. So no dragon appeared. So 1, 2, and he gets an extra move and an extra hide, which doesn't matter. So he's gonna extra hide, move, move, and then he's gonna extra move, and that's gonna be to the valley. So he'll be done. The druid. So the druid turns in all of his bad cards that he doesn't care for. Locate the cairn of pilgrimage. And we have to decide one last thing. I have to decide pilgrimage, age, pilgrimage. Ooh, pilgrimage. Done. And then we have to decide whether we're getting rid of locate the altar. So the altar. So let me quickly figure out where the altar could be. Does it have to be in the cliffs, right? Everything else is out. So the altar's in the cliff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. We actually have to go this way to the cliff. So we're going to turn that one in. Let's just assume that's a little bit of a hole. Snake Charmer. Encounter snakes. Okay, that's a good one for him. So he's going to have turned all those in, and he's going to get Snake Charmer. So that was a good haul for him. Locate the cairn. We know where the cairn is. It's not super accessible, but we know where it is. 1, 2. So we could get there at some point. Pilgrimage, visit the chapel, altar, and shrine. That's a little clunkier. Shrine is there. Chapel is in theory on the way. We could get to and pop that. And then Snake Charmer is going to lead us that way anyway. I don't mind that. It's just whether or not we pop the cairn before or after that. So what I'm going to do is, so for this turn, for the Druid, we're going to execute 2 more trade phases, and then a move, and then a move. 1, 2, into the Maple Woods. And what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to buy a horse. We're going to try to get an extra move. We're going to buy a cheapy horse to get an extra move, and that will help us in the coming days. So he's going to the valley. He's going to trade twice and try to get a jump on the move. The Amazon. I mean, she's not really going to deal with this giant regardless. So she's going to go maybe 1, 2, 3. So she's going to pop 1, 2, 3 to the lair. She's going to extra move, lair. And she's going to search twice and hope to find, frankly, she's going to hope to find the path. I think the magician will spend, so spell X and spell. So he will spend, get that back. He will then search twice, and maybe he can get something out of there. And maybe not. But I think that's day 19 for our team here. Let's roll a 3, so we get goblins, octopus, etc. Swordsman's going, and he's going to move into the valley here. So barely matters. He gets 3 moves. So let's take a quick look. 1, 2, 3. He's here. He could be hidden. He is. And he is done. The Magician is next. Magician is going to spell X and 2 spells. So that's going to get him, and he didn't hide, which probably is bad. Probably should have thought about that. Nonetheless, he lucked out, I think, right? Yeah. So he's going to search for the lair. So we're locating twice. He gets a 3 on the locate roll, but that doesn't find what we need to find. 4. So he does locate the lair. So that is his move. The Druid is going to trade twice, again for a horse. And we're going to go with... I don't mind this top guy. He could go for the little dude. He can go for the $11. Let's go for this mid-range. Let's go for the $9 horse. So we're going to try to get the $9 horse. We've certainly got enough cash. 4. No deal. Come on, come on, come on. Nope. Trouble. So now we got to roll it. God damn it. 4. No deal. And then he just moves out. He's like, well, so be it. And then 1, 2, and he is done. And then the Amazon goes up 1, 2, 3. She's going to search twice. These are peers. 3. She finds the path. Give me 1 second. So she finds Deep Woods 3 to 6. That kills Navigator for her. So she scores her first point in day 19. That's a little bit ridiculous, by the way. She also gets to cross off 3 additional paths. And as she is going to try to, I think, get to the statue, I am not 100% sure that any of those actually matter to her yet. She has Ruins 1-5 already. None of those are going to matter. I think Borderlands 4 to 5 is always a good choice. So that's 1 that she's crossed off additionally. She'll do Deepwood 1 to 4. That's 2. She has caves 2 to 3. Caves 2 to 3. Done. So that's it. She scored a point. We are done, but she didn't get the additional point for the high pass. She might have sort of given up on that a little bit, I think, maybe. Just because. And nothing pops here in any case. So real quick, just to keep in mind. So the Amazon's on the board now with 1 point from Navigator. She does get to draw an additional card, so she will. And that is Goblin Bounty. That's a decent one for her. Because she can take goblins. There's a lot of them, but like axe goblins won't hurt her on their light side. So if she can just pull the axe goblins in one fell swoop, she actually can take several of them, if not all of them. So let's see what's what. So I think the Swordsman moves to Ruin 5 and then search. Now the question is, does he need to Hide, well, he has an extra hide in any case. So he's going to put that in the front. And heck, his move is extra. So that gives him a 4th search. So I think he's ready to roll. The Druid just needs to get to... The Druid needs to get to the cairn. And or the shrine. And we could use a little bit of magic in our lives here. 1, 2. We're going to we're gonna spell X, spell twice. That'll get 2 grays, and then we're gonna move to the campfire, I believe, and we are done there. So that gets him. He can rest up a little bit, get his stuff back. She gonna go 1, 2, 3, and she's just gonna get on it there. So the Amazon's gonna move into CN3. I think that's what that is. Yep. She's gonna get a move on here. And that leaves us with the Magician, who is ready to, continue his reign of terror. It's just a question of, what does that reign of terror look like? He doesn't like the patrol of the soldiers. He also doesn't. I mean, the one thing he doesn't have is so the soldiers. There's what? There's 3 of them, 4 of them. Yeah, there's 4 of them, and they're not terrible. And but he doesn't have quite the forces to take them on at the moment. But what we're gonna do? Sorry. We are gonna, since we found the lair, we're gonna hide. We're gonna search 3 times. So we're gonna try to get a treasure out. And so I think that's day 20 for everybody. That's day 20. So it's written. Move the day marker. Pop the die. It's a 3. So once again, and let's get this done here. So Swordsman first moves in with his extra move. He's gonna extra hide, which he does. He's then going to search 2 times, 3 times. He gets 4 searches. And in those 4 searches, if he can locate the dig, 3 doesn't do it. That's 1 search. This is 2 searches, also no good. Get 2 more. 3, also no good. Come on, we need a 4 or a 1. 3, no good. Patter Cave, though, does look like a winner. Oh, and Ruins. So he's going to get those guys on him. And then Patter is going to go here. And so we got a ton of goblins all of a sudden. Right there. That intrigues our... Now, the nice thing is the giant can't be killed by any of these guys. Swordsman, not as lucky. I will take a look at that as we go. So, the Magician's hiding. Oh, the Druid. I'm sorry, it's a Druid. Druid moves up here, right? He's going to spell X, spell, and spell. So that's going to pop him 2 gray, and then he is done. I don't know if anybody pops at the campfire there. And then the magician is going to hide. I don't know if he does or not. Yeah, I don't think he does. Now he's going to try to search 3 times, these are loots. He's trying to pull stuff out. 6, that's bad. He gets 3 of these. 2, 3. So in the lair, he pulls 3rd card. The Glimmering Ring, 1 type 3 spell. That is freaking awesome. So that's cool. This is his 3rd loot. Sure, he's gonna try. He's gonna try just in case. Nope, and he doesn't get anything. Nothing pops, so he is done. And she goes 1, 2, 3. She goes 1, 2, 3 directly in there, and she is going to draw the last patter, and that's going to be those guys. Okay. So the only problem we have is that you can only lure one of these dudes to your guy. And if you lure one of the guys, that's great, but then the other ones are randomly assigned between the 2. And so he's bound to get, I mean, if he only gets 2 of them, if he only gets, he gets 2 of them, he is at least has a decent chance, because anyone that lines up kills our guy. And so 3 goblins or more is almost instant death. Now, we will likely kill one of them before they get to us. In fact, that's nearly a given, I think. I think we're hidden, right? So we are hidden. So we could, in theory, I mean, the other option is to literally let the giant roll and do it. Do we have a move 2 to flee? And we do. And the third option is to pop 1. So we're hidden. So we could pop 1. That's round 1. We're now unhidden. Round 2, we're going to have a number of them on our sheet, which we can then see what happens. Okay, we're going to do that. So here's what we're doing. So we are hidden first round. So round 1, we hide. We are going to play this to flip the weapon. So now the weapon is flipped, and now we're going to play, unfortunately, we have to play a low move to guarantee a hit. This guy goes to 4, so he stays right there. Does he flip? It doesn't matter. He does not flip. He takes medium damage, light ++. He is killed, and we have to fatigue a chit. That would be that chit. So Goblin 1 is dead. So now all the goblins are everywhere, right? So the goblins are here, and we also need to get a buddy sheet here. So let's grab a buddy sheet. Here's our buddy sheet. It's not always a buddy sheet. It could also be a bad guy sheet. But right now, it's our buddy sheet. So here's our guy. He's going to lure 1 goblin. Done. So he lures it. The rest of the 4 goblins go to somebody. So we're going to be the low. and the giant's going to be the high. So 1, 2, 3, they go to the swordsman. 4, 5, 6, we'll roll 2 at a time. 1, 2, 3 over here. 4, 5, 6 over here. So we got 2 on the sheet. And then 3 go to him. So that is not cool at all. And we're unready, by the way. And that's not cool. That gives us a 2/3 chance of dying. So I am going to play this move L2 and fatigue that. And the swordsman is going to run out, leaving these guys not on anyone's sheet for the second round. Swordsman runs out of the clearing. The giant is going to take these 2 on. Arrgh. And now remember, he is slow by 1. So he's a 6/6 and an H7 and a T5. He's on his own sheet. So he can, we get to decide how he plays. We're going to play this way because it's faster, frankly. And we're going to attack this guy. So let's see where they go. First thing is first. 5. So whoop, these guys move down and down. Do they flip? The first goblin flips. The second goblin flips. And this club connects. First off, they both hit him for medium damage. Which doesn't do enough. He needs tremendous damage to kill him. Medium star, so it's actually heavy damage. But that's still not enough to kill him. And he smashes this dude. So that dude is dead. So that's the second goblin killed in the battle. We'll put them, I mean, it doesn't matter, top to bottom, but they're all the same. Next round, they're all coming for the giant. And so there you go. And since that was the only, oh wait, he was flipped. We're going to put our thing right there. Same thing. We'll just go like this. And we roll 1 die to see where the goblins, how the goblins end up. They end up exactly like this. Does the top guy flip? He does. The second guy does. The third stack does not. And this guy is hit by the goblin. Now that's heavy damage. It would also flip him to red side up, but he's dead. And there you go. That's next round. I think we're playing this exactly the same way because I think this is a winner. I think the giant pretty much wins this one, although he's going to miss this round, with the caveat that the combat could just plain old end. That's a flip, no flip, no flip. We miss, and it is the next round. And if nothing happens on this round, so 3 stays the same, these 2 flip, and we are going to actually end combat. Because nothing happened for 2 rounds. But having said that, I mean, this is a good, oops, we don't want to do that. This is not a bad, that's not a bad scene for our swordsman there, who's typically not a great fighter, in my opinion, unless he's killing mages, in which case he's an awesome fighter to kill dudes. He's going to score 6 notoriety, though. So 6 more. He's got a bunch of stuff fatigued, so he's going to have to think about that. And our guy here just is, well, not with us right now, but he will remain with us here when we run back in a second. So we have one more day. We're gonna move. We have to move to Valley 4. Hide, and then move back to the ruins, which is the goblins. So done. And actually, we get, potentially a ton of hides because we actually get an extra one, and one of these moves is extra. So if we need to hide and hide again, we actually can. It's a little bit. You know what? We're not going to hide and hide again. We're going to rest once and we're going to actually rest twice because we're going to need those rests because we're going to pull another fight, and I think we are going to pull another fight and do the deed. The druid, who is here, and he's got gray magic now has goblins to deal with. Ugh. Not super cool. Just looking at what the lancers look like. I mean, I actually think that's not a bad battle against a bunch of spear goblins. They probably actually would be likely they would take them. I just don't know how much the druid cares at this juncture. Uh, we got gray magic to cast Torchbearer for sure. And these goblins can kill these guys, but until they flip, they're not going to. They're not going to attack at all. When they flip, these goblins become super vulnerable because now their times are 5, and our attack times are going to be 4. So I think you're talking. Hell, and the worst part is you have a fight too, so he can even hide and stab one round 1 and do light star damage, which is going to kill him. If you kill all of them, you're getting 21 points in the prowess department. Um, eh, okay. I'll tell you what. You got me. Let's do. Uh, the Lancers have stuff still. I think they do, right? We sold them a bunch of crap, so I don't want any of their crap. I am going to hide once just to make sure. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 higher phases because it's 8 to hire them, and good enough. So that's him and him. The Amazon would love to get down to some goblins. So 1, 2, 3. She's moving to Curse Valley 4. Move. Valley Cursed 4. Done. She is done. And the Magician. Has purple magic all day, so that's sort of cool also. He does have a treasure for gift exchange. It's not the one he would choose, because that type 3 spell could be something huge. He just has to get to it. But the lair is almost tapped out. He does not like the soldier. I think what we're going to do is, okay, so we have the ability to cast, so he's going to hide, search, search, search again. And he's either going to read runes or he's going to pop that, the layer again, just to see. Maybe he gets something. So that's that. We need a monster rule. The 1. So we are going to get dragons. That could be intriguing. And the swordsman's going to go first. So he goes here. He does some hidey action. He's going to rest twice. We're just going to pull 2 asterisks back, just like that. And then we head back in hidden to meet up with our giant again. Hey, boss, what's up? Done. The Amazon is, nope, not going to be next. So we do have a hide. Oh, wait, hold on. The other thing is it's day 21. So everything comes back off the board and everything is alive again. So that means the company comes off the board. Means the horde is cleared of bad guys. Unfortunately for our guy, it also means that we're going to get jumped again. So, okay. But he's going to hide once, the magician. He does not. That stinks quite a bit. Now he searches 3 times. We're going to read runes first, even though I'm a little concerned. He gets a subtract 1. So he could be cursed here, which stinks. 2. So he's going to get the spell. He learns and awakens this spell. So we need the type 3 chart here. I have custom spells. So he knows it. He has a chit to cast it. So type 3. It's a D20 reroll, pretty much 14 to 20 there. So that's a reroll. 15. 20, definitely a reroll. 1. Awaken monster. This chit summons 1 non-prowling monster that can normally be summoned by the chit if they were prowling from the row of the spellcaster's choice. On the appearance chart, the monster enters combat once the spell goes off at the start of the melee step. Assigned to its own sheet as a defender with no target. So, glimmering ring type 3 equals awaken monster. Done. So he's got that and he learns it. So super fun. So he has awaken monster, which is a type 3 and a gold. So that is awesome. And that was just his first loot. So he gets 2 more loots, which he'll try the damn thing, which he doesn't get it. He needs a 2 or less, so the chance of him getting it, and he doesn't. And then, unfortunately, it pops. Boom, right on top of him. So, and he's unhidden, so that sort of sucks. Druid is next. The Druid's going to hide once. He doesn't. Well, he rolls 1 die. Give him the benefit of that doubt. He does. And then he hires 3 times. On the friendly table against what I think is $8. The Lancers are $8 to hire the whole shebang, but he's friendly. He could do it. 3, price times 2, $16. Absolutely. So he's going to have the Lancers for the last week. It's a little bit, dumb, but he's now got the Lancers on his side, and he is going to charge them into battle tomorrow. The Amazon 1, 2, 3, and she is done. We got a fight here, so he has to deal with this dragon right now. So we'll see how that's gonna look for him. So, I mean, he has purple magic. He's got 2 guys. So I think we're gonna deploy. What do we got here? We got a time 4, so the best he can do is a 4. We got to be at least a little bit wary. I think we're going to put him on the Bashkar sheet. And we're going to put him as a buddy. So we're going to deploy, obviously. Done and done. We're going to cast Transform using this chit deployed in Magic. And obviously we're hoping for a crappy, quote-unquote, crappy roll. It's a 6. He frogs him. So that giant dragon becomes a frog. Where does the frog end up? 4 stays in the same spot. Where do these 2 end up? And the red will be on the right here. And we'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he ends up down here. He ends up here exactly. It doesn't matter if they flip, really. So I'm not even going to roll it. That's round 1. This is round 2, but we don't have to worry about this. We don't yet have to worry. So we're just going to keep it just like this. Where does the frog end up? Frog ends up exactly where he is. Let's roll for our 2 yahoos. Where do they end up? They both end up here. So everybody ends up top. And we do kill the frog. Indeed, our Bashkar kills the frog. Because he has the fastest attack. Potentially. He might have. So we don't know that for sure. So we get the dragon. We kill him again. That is an additional 10 notoriety for our guy. So that's cool. Is there any other fight going on? Yes. The Swordsman is here with his giant buddy again. And we are hidden. So we're going to do exactly the same thing as before, in that we're going to play a chit to flip that. We'll play the we'll play the L2. Oh, yeah, we'll play the L2. But that's pretty much an auto kill on this guy. No matter what he does, he's not on our sheet. No matter what happens, he's going to get jammed. So he does get jammed. We have to fatigue, which we will, the M4. And now everybody is up and awake. So he is dead. We're going to give one to him on his own sheet. The other one will go either to me or to the giant. It goes to the giant. So we have 2 on the giant sheet. The giant is going to attack that one. I will ready my weapon again. So with the M5, it's readied. We'll play the L2. And to be quite honest, we're going to attack. So we're going to attack that one, and then the giant will attack that one. That's how we'll denote it. How's that? Let's see where the monsters end up. 6, so he goes here. He goes here. Does the first guy flip? I don't know that it matters. If he does the second guy flip? He does not. So, I am fastest on round 2, and I kill that guy. I'm done. The giant misses his guy. Absolutely 100% misses him. And that's round 2. I have to fatigue. Now I'm going to do this. Bam and bam. So there you go. So, in this case, I am going to just slow play this. Since someone died last round, this guy is all over the targets. Where does he end up? 3. So he ends up there. And frankly, I don't think it matters what happens. So he's attacking the giant. He cannot kill the giant. The giant is going to smash him to bits. So that's it. We got 3 more goblins dead. We're going to score 6 more points. Our giant is still alive. And we did have to fatigue, so it's not, there's a little bit there. In fact, we have 4 chits fatigue. A lot of asterisks, actually. But we are done. So we're done there. Don't think anybody else has a fight to speak of. So let's take a quick look at everything. So first things first. So let's look at our score. We got 2 points here for cards, the Swordsman. We have 2 points for Great Treasures because we have 1, and I don't think anybody else has. We do have to check on prowess because a lot more people have scored prowess. The Swordsman has 20 prowess. The Druid still has none. The Amazon still has none. The Magician 35. So the Swordsman's actually going to score a point of prowess, and that's going to kick him to 5. The Druid has 3 points in cards and 2 points in gold, and so his score stays the same. He is winning gold by a fair margin. The Amazon has just scored a point, and that's it. She's got a point, so that's a little bit depressing, frankly. The Magician, 2 points, 2 points in prowess. I think he's about where he is, but let's also keep in mind that he will score 2 points because he learned the spell from the Glimmering Ring. So now we have 6 to 5. So it's an interesting fight here at the end of week 3. I think the Amazon is mostly out of it, for sure. But having said that, it is a fascinating little battle between the rest of our characters. And I don't know, Awakened Monster is interesting. I don't know that it. I'll tell you what, it does matter. He might be able to get Spider Slayer now, when before he was having a hell of a time finding a damn spider to kill. But because he has Awakened Monster, he may very well be able to call a spider in. I'm gonna have to read that spell and see what's what. So Spider Slayer might be a thing. Gift Exchange is a thing, although I will say not super fan of turning that spell in. He knows it, but he can't cast it by himself because of the chits. But he can certainly cast it with that ring. So week 3 has been much more eventful than week 2. Hope you'll agree. And like I said, this looks like it's going to be an interesting battle for the end of the game here, with the Swordsman is going to score Archaeological Dig. I think the Magician will definitely score Spider Slayer, and at the end of the game, he'll maybe be able to score Gift Exchange also, but he's going to have to get back to the road. So that's a little clunky. The Amazon might be able to hit a Goblin Bounty, but it's having a little bit of a hard time here. But she could play it down here. Now, the problem is these Goblins are way more problematic than the other Goblins. Before, she was going to kill these spear axe goblins, and she could kick the crap out of axe goblins. They can flip and be dangerous, but on their light side, they're pretty easy going on her. As it stands, the Swordsman killed them all before she could get there. A little bit of a bummer. And the Druid's going to charge up here with the Lancers in tow and maybe gut the rest of those guys. So again, also a bummer. But she might be able to catch the bounty. In the meantime, she can also locate the statue. It's right here. So she might score a couple points also, to put her back in at least respectable contention. So that's where I'm at. I do appreciate your attention and hanging out and putting up with me and my mistakes. That's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.